Now, we watch action movies to see the good guy come out on top, but often they have to go through a journey of turmoil before that happens. Superhero fiction tends to follow this formula to a T, and we've seen some great comic book fights come out as a result. But sometimes those initial confrontations aren't evenly matched. Sometimes they're a one-sided affair wherein the hero is beaten to a pulp. At Flickering Myth, we decided to take a look at some of those throwdowns and compile a list of what we feel are the 5 worst thrashings a superhero has taken. As always, we're going to be discussing points from films that you may not have seen, so it's spoilers beware and time to look away or switch off now. We start at number 5, Thanos and Hulk in Avengers Infinity War. One method of establishing a villain's power level is to have them destroy an established powerhouse in battle. And in Avengers Infinity War, we saw the writers do just that with Thanos and the Hulk. In the opening scene of the movie, Loki calls upon the Hulk to do a surprise attack on the Purple Titan in the hopes of ending him before he can acquire all the Infinity Stones. Hulk gets a few good hits in, which puts this entry at the bottom of the list, but a quick counter-attack from Thanos stops this streak before culminating in the big lean green fighting machine being knocked out for the rest of the movie. By God, that was a sore one indeed, and fairly unforgettable. Number 4, the comedian and Ozymandias in Watchmen. Being true to the famous graphic novel of the same name, Watchmen jump-started its narrative with the retired merc comedian being assaulted in his apartment by a masked assailant. Of course, this guy is later revealed to be ex-superhero Ozymandias, explaining his superb combat performance against a formidable vigilante. Despite his best attempts at use of improvised weapons, the comedian proves no match for Veidt, who thrashes him before defenestrating him through this high-rise window. Number 3, Batman and Bane in The Dark Knight Rises. Batman villains usually pose as psychological and societal threats to the Caped Crusader over physical ones. After all, the world's greatest detective possesses a great array of gadgets and martial arts skills that put him above human combatants. There are some exceptions, one of those being Bane, portrayed by Tom Hardy in The Dark Knight Rises. This adaptation made sure to incorporate the character's signature strength during his first fight with Batman in the sewers of Gotham. Having come out of retirement only recently, Batman finds himself completely unmatched, with Bane tanking all the strikes, destroying him with his own and ultimately breaking his back in the end. A true homage to the iconic storylines Nightfall and The Dark Knight Returns. Number 2, Green Goblin and Spiderman from the original Spider-Man film. Well, I say the original Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. Sam Raimi's Spider-Man trilogy may be remembered in respect for its bright colours and campy humour, but it featured a lot of strong action and dramatic moments as well. One of the more memorable ones occurred at the end of the first Spider-Man movie. After Spider-Man saves both Mary Jane and a tram full of New Yorkers from the Green Goblin's death trap, the Goblin throws a cable around his waist and tosses him violently through a stone building. But this is only the beginning. Throwing a pumpkin bomb in his face, the Goblin proceeds to berate the hero for rejecting his offer of friendship before beating the daylight out of him in a one-sided fight. A brutal fisticuffs indeed. Our number 1 thrashing has to go with Flash and the Speedsters in the Flash TV series.
Let's go for a run.
No matter the incarnation, Flash's greatest enemies have been the ones who can match his speed. In the first 3 seasons of the TV series The Flash, evil speedsters were the main antagonists: Eobard Thawne in Season 1, Zoom in Season 2, and Savitar in Season 3. Each boasted a cool uniform and unique lightning aesthetic that made them stand apart from each other visually, but the one thing they had in common was their introductory scenes. Each began with them directly challenging the titular hero to a fight, and each depicted said fight as a pulverisation. Reverse Flash began by tossing Barry around a baseball stadium. Zoom took this one level further by breaking his spine, and Savitar went even further by dragging Barry across entire sections of the city till he was unconscious from exhaustion. A testament to the struggle Flash has to go through before he can triumph in the end. Now these are, to us, the worst beatings we've seen a superhero experience. Do any others ring a bell? Are there any others you think top those 5 there? Just be sure to let us know in the comments below, and of course be sure to subscribe to Flickering Myth for more awesome content, or visit us on flickeringmyth.com. We'll catch you again soon with another piece of movie commentary.